Okay.
Should I mic myself?
I think if you have it like that right now when you're standing, it looks great. The minute you start moving a bunch, you're gonna...
So like this is like proper t-shirt. This one? Okay, so I should probably walk through what's going on. This is like that last minute dash before we take off. Okay. So this morning I'm going to bring you guys along for behind the scenes. Yesterday on Instagram I did a story and I said, you know, since we're going to be actually creating content for Facebook and Instagram ads, I was like, should I call my videographer and invite him along? And a lot of people said yes. The goal is to stay positive. No, I don't feel so positive right now, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm like, okay, we're just having an adventure. That's what we're having right now. But because there are so many moving pieces to a shoot, I thought I would kind of bring you on the back side, because oftentimes what people see is the frontward facing ad. It's usually me smiling, having a good time. But getting to that moment of smiling and having a good time takes so much work, and sometimes it's a little bit stressful. Trying to make it work. But the crazy thing is we are on a hard deadline. I rented this studio specifically for 90 minutes starting at 1 p.m. It's now 12. Will they make their 1 o'clock appointment? Yeah, he's like, his full-time, we joke, but his full-time job is to keep me sane.
So Jasmine's really stressed out. She just wants to, we know that all these projects are gonna get done, and how we get them done is what we're really working on this year.
Yesterday, when I was out running errands for the shoot, and then I got on the freeway, or just before I got on the freeway, I read the email saying that all the stuff is not gonna arrive. And it just felt like I just got gut checked. So I got on the freeway, I called JD, and I was just so freaking bummed.
So, you know, a lot of things went wrong this week. And so in regards to this shoot, things just didn't happen, things got canceled. And it was going against everything we were trying to do this year. And for some reason, you know, it's a mindset thing. Jasmine just, when everything did happen, she said she had to surrender to negative things or positive things.
I asked him, I was like, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do? And he was just like, we're gonna do the thing that we only have the option to do, and that's to take what we have and make it work.
You know, it's really crazy that Jasmine and I are not only married, but we're business partners. One of the biggest things is when I just listen to Jasmine and I see, you know, make her feel like she's being heard as a business partner, that goes a long way.
The show must go on. That's exactly what the silver lining is. Like, too bad, sweetie. You gotta pick up your chin, you gotta keep marching forward. Nobody's gonna care about your shoot except for you, so get it done. I had placed a special order for props, decor, a whole set. Because the idea for this like ad campaign was that I wanted Insta180 to feel like a vacation on the internet. So I went through and I curated all of these purchases, and then I got an email yesterday that said, due to unfortunate circumstances, the shipment is delayed. They blew up the wrong balloons. Deep breath, this ish. Okay.
Hashtag party.
You're desperate when you're buying these right here. Right here. This is what desperation looks like. No. Okay. In order to minimize and mitigate any risk or stress, what I do is I create a list. And I'm gonna take you over and I'm gonna walk you through that list right about now to explain what's going on in my head and how you too can follow the same list when you are ready to take promotional photos for your business, your launch, or even just as an introductory way for your business. So now that you know the types of ads that we're going to run and we're gonna be split testing them, I never am emotional about which one I want to do better, it's which one performs better. How do I get the cheapest lead for the biggest return? Now to make sure, since I have a lot of photos and videos that I'm gonna be testing, I need to have a checklist. So I'm going to, I have my set, balloons staggered at different heights, and then the types of photos. Now if you'll notice, it says me in the center, which I think center photos work really well on Instagram, and then me off to the side. When I have a photo of me off to the side, I could put text on the other side of the photo, which would work well for a Facebook ad. So you'll see the various types of setups that I'm gonna go through for today. And then I also brought a change of clothing to make sure that once we're at the studio, I can get variances. So when I'm launching on Instagram, I have fresh content that I could put out at minimum every single day to be talking about the product, but also be talking about like my life and my business. Lastly, I have a list of what to bring. I need to make sure that I don't forget anything. So before I leave the house, I will check all of these boxes off to make sure that we're good to go. Test, test, test. I always let the numbers do the talking. I never just put out an ad and assume, oh, that's gonna be great. No, I put ads up against each other, and then when I start seeing people respond to those ads, I let them rest about 48 hours. I see what type of engagement I'm getting and what people are responding to the most. Once I figure out which ones are the best, I double down on those ones and I forget the other ads. In the beginning, you could test ads with as little as $5 to $10 a day, which is pretty incredible. So takeaway number 1 is to test all your ads to ensure that you're going to be investing in the right ad for what you're selling and your business. And number 2 is to have a list. Here's the thing, this is one thing I had no idea, but a lot of people don't create a list with a clear plan, a trajectory, a strategy of everything they need to do and get. So by the end of the shoot, they say, I got everything I need, now I have a resource of images and videos that I can use. Will I use all of these photos and video clips? Absolutely not. I'll probably use 2 to 5% of everything we get during the shoot. But overall, I'm gonna be overshooting so that I have options and then I could test those options. We'll see you guys at the studio. Okay. See, this is like when you don't have a budget, you just do your own hair and makeup.
Take me by your sober hand, I finally found a place to land. We're moving. Let's work in the club we went before, I hardly recognize the floor. We're moving, let's work in. My you make it hard for me, I can't, don't know.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we just took a quick break from shooting because I'm about to shoot an Instagram ad. I have this really fun background, so I want to make sure that I'm incorporating it so all my ads look continuous across the board. Gotta have an Instagram makeover, not just any Instagram makeover, but your Instagram makeover. Join me for this live class as I walk you through how to get more customers, more followers, and have a lot more fun and get engagement. Dang it.
That's so fun.
Okay, I was gonna do me sitting, but I'll leave that one.
No, just scratch up what we already have.
Like, is this too low?
Yeah. Oh yeah, right now the balloon.
So the balloons have to sit a lot lower?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking the day off once or twice, I'm making the payout, we can move it, just work it. I'm taking the whole week up this time, don't know how much I'm trying to lose it.
So we started off explaining a list of the ads that I'll be running both on Facebook and on Instagram for a launch coming up. Number 2, I talked to you about why I over-create for ads. You guys have gone on this journey with me. We overshot photos, but the way that we measure the success of a photo or a video is simply by testing. And we don't know what we have until we test it. Number 3, I'm also talking about ads and explaining why some photos will work better on Facebook than on Instagram. I kind of went through why those platforms are different. Number 4, I also showed you how I create an Instagram story ad, walked you through what that looked like. Number 5, I talked to you about making sure that you have a what to bring list, because I'm sure I would have forgot 100 things if I did not have a list. And overall, great day, great shoot, having fun.